So I couldn't help but think while I was watching your performance in this film, how your mom must feel about watching you belt those tunes. Maybe it's my own musical theater flashbacks from high school or something, but did this leave your mother in tears? She must be so proud.
She is. She's really happy. I think, it's very exciting to be going through this moment, and the film's getting such such a lovely response, and to have my love for the show have originated 23 years ago when I saw my mother do it, and she is so connected, and both my parents actually are so connected to this moment to me. It's a really happy time for us.
Is that emotional impact on a personal level important for you, and the kind of roles that you take on, and how you're gratified by them, seeing your family and close friends enjoy them?
No.
Not,
No,
doesn't matter.
it's nice when it works out that way, but no, I do act for myself.
That's really interesting. So, but your mother was also an actress. How important was that? Like when you took on this role, did you talk to her about the show more? Or?
I'm pretty private about my preparation for things. I keep things. I think it's nice to have secrets as in your performance. But I just love to hear her stories about it, and she told me things that I didn't know, like when she used to keep, whenever she would go on a Spontine, she would keep my picture on the mirror, and she would visualize it so that way whenever she would have to think of Cosette, all of the love that she felt for me would make its way into her performance. And
do you have little things like that you do? And I know that you keep it private, but do you do little things like that when you prepare for roles? Or
it's different for every role, but I do usually have some things going on, yeah.
When how many takes do you end up doing of like a big single take number like that? Does that put a strain on you because you're actually singing it on set?
I mean, I think we were all very aware of the potential for strain, so we all worked very hard for in the months leading up to the start of filming to build our stamina. We wound up doing A Dream to Dream 20 plus times, but it was actually the fourth take that wound up in the film, and Tom came up to me at the end of the take and said, I have it. And I said, no, you don't, I can't be done with the song yet. And so we proceeded to record it and do various versions of it for the next 8 hours. And we finished it, and I was kind of lying there in like a little puddle, and Tom came over and he's like, well, we're moving on. And it was that take. He said, okay.
But you felt good about it. That's good.
And I remember thinking, okay, I can go home on that one.
And what about the quieter moments? One of the best moments in the film is when you're not speaking, you're being kind of rattled around by these other people. Do you ever have to worry about like being too big and showing almost like the songs, or how do you balance the quiet moments with the big song numbers?
Well, there's a modulation to any performance that you do. It can't all be one note the entire time. The audience will lose interest. So you always have to figure out how to pitch a performance so that it follows the emotional truth of the character, but also that it tells a story.